Lagos,
And my name is Dennis Moreno.
and this is our cell signaling project over adrenaline, or the hormone otherwise known as epinephrine.
So cell signaling is a process by which cells can communicate through chemical absorption. In chemical signaling, there are two cells involved: the sending cell and the target cell. So the sending cell releases a ligand, which is then intercepted by the target cell's receptor. So our chemical messenger we decided to use is adrenaline or epinephrine, which causes the flight or fight response in humans. Um, so the chemical structure of epinephrine is shown in that photo we put. The chemical formula is C9H13NO3. Um, Epinephrine is produced from the adrenal glands, and it is a catecholamine hormone or a sympathomimetic monoamine made from phenylalanine and tyrosine. So the sending cell in epinephrine is caused by G protein, which binds to the receptor on a epinephrine molecule, which releases GDP and takes a molecule of GTP.
So there are three main steps involved in cell signaling, including the reception, the intracellular signal transduction pathway, and the response. So the chemical pathway of the cell. So first, the hormone will bind to the epinephrine receptor. Second, the activated receptor activates G protein, binding to the receptor and releasing GDP and using up a molecule of GTP. After taking up GTP, G protein is released and split into two parts. Eventually, the receptor returns to its inactive form. G protein activates adenylyl cyclase. G protein inactivates the adenylyl cyclase, no longer converts ATP to cyclic AMP. CAMP molecules bind to protein kinase. Activated protein kinase adds phosphate groups to phosphorylase kinase, activating the kinase. Phosphorylase kinase phosphorylates glycogens phosphorylase. Glycogen phosphorylase produces response to epinephrine and breaks down into its component molecules. Another enzyme removes the phosphate groups from the glucose molecules. And lastly, once outside the cell, the glucose enters the bloodstream and is taken up and used for fight or flight response.
So the impact on the organism is, like we said, the flight or fight response, and it's triggered by fear or anger. When this happens, epinephrine or adrenaline gets released into the body. The heart rate increases and the body becomes much stronger. Pain is nullified to an extent and the body performs much better. So disorders and imbalances that can be caused by epinephrine is usually due to the overproduction in adrenaline, which can harm the body and cause many diseases slash negative effects on the body. Cardiac arrest can occur when the heart speeds up too much and can't handle it. Addison's disease can take place, or adrenal tumors form in the adrenal glands.
Regulation loops. So positive feedback is epinephrine can be released together with non-epinephrine and activate the presynaptic B2 adrenoceptors, thus increasing further transmitter release. Some negative feedback is while epinephrine triggers an auto-facilitator feedback loop acting on the presynaptic B2 adrenergic receptors, norepinephrine together with epinephrine leads to an auto-inhibition of its release from sympathetic nerves mediated by presynaptic adrenoceptors.